Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes, tamu sana. Yes. Yesterday, Nakuru Senator Susan Kihika led a delegation of leaders and aspirants to William Ruto's current residence. And there were also two leaders who were also part of that delegation. Kimani Ichungwa and Nyeri Women Representative Mukami. And then Kimani Ichungwa and Nyeri Women Representative Mukami gave out some speeches that a good portion of Kenyans believed that they actually scored in their own game. I want you to listen to these leaders as they spoke yesterday, for those two speeches are going to form the basis of our analysis and discussion today. And in case you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. Thank you. God bless you. Listen to these two speeches.
Watu wamekuwa mwalimu ya university mwaka juzi kabla ufanywe waziri. Mtu ya kushika chokaa tu na kufunza wanafunzi. Mwingine pia amefanywa PS.
Na sasa sisi tukiwa wa Kenya tungetaka kuchagua president mwenye hana kitu. Sisi tunataka yule president ako na kitu.
Yes. From the first speech, Kimani Ichungwa is actually talking about Fred Matiang'i. Matiang'i, a day before that, had just dropped a bombshell on William Ruto as far as the number of police officers William Ruto has of now at his disposal. So Kimani Ichungwa was actually addressing Fred Matiang'i. And in addressing Fred Matiang'i, Kimani Ichungwa just exposes the low opinion he has for teachers. You can hear him saying, juzi tu alikuwa anashika mtu tu wa kushika choka. He has got a very low opinion of teachers. And Kenyans are not taking that lightly because they have been talking about the hustlers, the lowly in the society. But that speech, ladies and gentlemen, betrays their motive or their intention of selling a hustler narrative to Kenyans. And also, if you listen to Nyeri Women Representative, she has also shot herself on the foot. Or rather, a majority of Kenyans, or a good portion of Kenyans, believes that by that speech, Mukami has actually given the Tangatanga side, or the hustler narrative, she has actually dropped a bombshell on the Tangatanga narrative. Because William Ruto has been portraying himself as a hustler, somebody who is with the people. William Ruto has been trying to sell a narrative of hustlers versus dynasty. But now Mukami is actually confirming that if at all Kenyans are to elect a president, then they rather elect a rich president, not a president mwenye hana kitu. So according to Mukami, they don't want hustlers. They don't want a hustler to be the president. They want rich people to be elected as president. That comes out very, very clearly. So from those two speeches, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to put them into context and see exactly what is really happening here. I want us to analyze and see what is exactly happening in the Tangatanga group. Yes. The first thing, let me say this. From those two speeches, it comes out clearly that hustler narrative is non-existent, does not exist in Tangatanga vocabulary, does not exist. In fact, they are just politicking. This group of Tangatanga, they are just politicking. No doubt about that. And this reminds me of an American-German editor, Oscar Ameringer, who describes politics as a gentle art of getting votes from the poor from the poor and campaign funds from the rich by promising to protect each from the other. That comes out very, very clearly. Because now, if you look at the inner feelings of these Tangatanga leaders, they don't actually believe in hustlers. Just about a few days before that incident, William Ruto also, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, also chided those who sell ice creams. He was just making fun or mocking those who sell ice cream. So if William Ruto, the top leadership of Uda or Tangatanga, can chide as ice cream sellers, his foot soldiers are just trying to copy the master. That proves beyond any reasonable doubt that these people do not care at all about the hustlers, the maskini. They are just trying to use these people, or rather to con a nice narrative, maybe to get votes. It's all that simple. Period. Secondly, those two speeches, and there were also other speeches on that day, but those two speeches shows that Tangatanga might be feeling the political heat at the moment. They might be feeling some heat. And the center cannot hold any longer. Maybe they were too overconfident to a point they underestimated their political opponents. The political reality is now dawning on them that it may not be as easy as they had all along thought. They are panicking. And this also reminds me again of an Irish poet, William Butler Yeats' poem, The Second Coming. This is what William Butler says in his poem. I've just selected some few lines there. The falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart. The center cannot hold. Mere anarchy loosed upon the world. The center cannot hold in Tangatanga. They underestimated their opponents. But their opponents, as of now, are still warming up. But already, you can see the kind of confusion in Tangatanga. They are simply panicking. And that's why they are giving out some very reckless statements. William Ruto, as of late, has also been making such blunders. And you can now see the blunders have now come from William Ruto, and the blunders are also being experienced by William Ruto's soldiers. That's an indication that things the center cannot hold in Tangatanga. Things might soon crumble in that group called Tangatanga. Thirdly, the only thing that holds Tangatanga together is their common hatred for Raila Amolo Odinga. Without Raila Amolo Odinga, there is nothing that holds this group, because it seems to appear that they don't have any ideological commonality. It's only their common hatred for Raila that keeps them together. So assuming they are elected to power, or they are given that chance to lead, most likely they will do nothing beneficial to Kenyans. Nothing beneficial. Yes, that comes out very, very clearly. Because as of now, they don't have any ideology. If elected or given that mandate, they will start from scratch. They have no idea maybe what Kenyans need. The only agenda maybe they are selling is their hatred for Raila Amolo Odinga. And then fourthly, if you listen again to that speech by Mukami, Nyeri women representative, it exposes Ruto as a billionaire and not a hustler. So the hustler tag is just a decoy to identify with the masses. It's that simple. They just want something that can resonate well with the poor masses. But in actual sense, they are not hustlers, and they don't care about hustlers. They don't care about hustlers. They just want their votes. Period. And then finally, those two speeches just exposes hustler, the the Tangatanga group again as a team without a clear strategy. They don't have a clear strategy. Because if they had a clear strategy, then we could have expected that because they are using the hustler narrative, they could have been consistent and persistent with their actions and what they do. Their actions should actually prove that these people are actually hustlers. But again, you find them today identifying with Mama Mboga, Boda Boda, but the next day, the same people who are talking good about Mama Mboga, when maybe they're provoked a little bit, then they show Kenyans their true colors, which Kimani Ichungwa and this Nyeri women representative Mukami has just exposed. They have no opinion of the lowly in the society. And William Ruto also their hand, also some few days ago, also actually mocked ice cream sellers. Those are clear indications that these people lack a strategy. They cannot sustain a slogan simply because they don't believe in that slogan. Their actions betray what they say. Their actions betray them. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that those are the 5 things that comes out clearly from those 2 speeches. And just as I did mention when we were starting, if you've just bumped on this YouTube channel for the very first time, kindly subscribe and also give this video a like. Give it a like, please. And to our fans who are watching us outside of Kenya for the very first time, drop a comment and let us know from which part of the globe you are also watching us from. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, yes.